So I promised you Tales from the Mother Side, talking about my journey to sports motherhood, founding, next play mom, etc. How did it start? So I have a kid who has always been a sports kid since he was about 3 when he was playing soccer, maybe 2. He has been oriented towards kicking, throwing balls, running, jumping, all that good stuff. I introduced him to other stuff, music, art, whatever. Nope, he wanted to do sports. So, therefore, being his mom, that means I'm a sports mom. Um, I didn't mind. I had fun watching him and taking him places and showing him, giving him opportunities to pursue sports, and he has tried everything. He has done soccer, he has done baseball, he's wrestled, he was a very good lacrosse player, he was serious about basketball through high school and actually got recruited to his private school for basketball. Freshman year of high school, didn't have a good relationship with that coach, and he ended up getting fired anyway and switched to football. So he's got the build for football. He's a big kid, 6'8", and he's got good feet, they say, because of the basketball and other stuff he's done. He's strong, etc., and he's got a good sports IQ. So he understands sports. But football is brand new because I did not allow him to play football as a little one. He was interested in it, and actually there was a little book he wrote, I think, in kindergarten, and it said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" "I want to play football." He reversed his D and B. Anyway, so I guess it's been in him for a long time, but when he was small, he couldn't play football because he was too big to play in his age group and too young to play for his size. So I just had a sigh of relief because I didn't want him to play football, especially when he was little. When he was bigger, I said, okay, once he was in high school, I figured these coaches are actually professionals instead of some kid's dad, and they should be able to protect him and teach him correctly. And for the most part, I was right. So he started playing football only in his sophomore year of high school. And because it was all super brand new to him, he didn't play much. He just went in because he's a lineman. He went in for, field goals and a little bit. He played very little, though, his first year, which makes sense because he's brand new and they're just teaching him the sport. But he worked very hard that summer before junior year, got really strong, was ready, and then he got injured, like right before his junior season. And if you know anything about high school to college pipelines in academics and in sports, the junior season is really the most critical season because that's when you need to make your best grades. That's when you need to make and create the most film. So film is like a critical part of sports recruiting if you didn't know. But, they film you and they film the games, and then you can get clips of the parts that you play and then make these reels and send them to coaches. And the bulk of that happens in junior year because a lot of college recruiting can start as early as middle school, but really sophomore, junior year are when a lot of kids start really getting looks, and then they can start getting offers at that point. I think he got his first offer his sophomore year before he had even really started playing from Pitt, which was exciting and unexpected. But anyway, so that was his journey. So then he was out for most of his junior season doing rehab on his knee. He had an MCL strain. And then he came back toward the end of the season, and through a series of what actually happens with coaching, they told him he was going to play, but they didn't actually play him for the rest of the season. So he had almost no film from his junior year. I got concerned, and I probably maybe overreacted, which is one of the things that can happen when you get caught up in this sports mom life and mentality. I think in particular when you're a single or divorced sports mom, where you're making all the decisions by yourself, it can be hard. So anyway, I felt like I wasn't sure he was going to get an opportunity to play in his senior year to make up for this lost film. because the coaches weren't behaving. They were saying one thing and doing another. And I really like those guys and I respect them, but I had to look out for mine. So, in my way, as I do, I decided to make a big move. And so we actually left New Jersey and moved to Michigan, where we thought we might have different opportunities for him. In that process, I closed my business, I shut up my house, found tenants, all kind of stuff in about 4 weeks' time. So December 2023, we decided we were going to move, and January 2024, we lived in Michigan. So it was a little bit of a whirlwind, kind of incredible. I look at my life the last year and change, and I'm like, you did a lot of hard things. And I think it's typical for sports moms to do a lot of hard things. We want our kids to have their dreams. We want them to get what they want. We want to help them pursue what they want. And I wanted to not pay for college, just to be honest. I wasn't in a position financially to do it. Um, and I figured, and this was probably another mistake I made early on, I figured that it would take care of itself. I just was ignorant of the whole process and didn't know. And again, that's why Next Play Mom exists, to help moms who are in a similar position. When I think of myself maybe 5 years ago, what can be put in place to make that process a lot easier. I'll talk more about the process in other videos. So we landed in Michigan, and he started working out with a new high school team. Moved right in the middle of his junior year, which was tough and had consequences, and I'll talk about that in another video as well. But that's the setup of Sports Mom. So Next Play Mom and my life as a sports mom, it was him. He wanted to play sports from the beginning. He loved it. And then because of his athleticism, his intellect, and his stature, he started to get a lot of attention, which made it seem like, well, this is a no-brainer. I'm sure this will all just work itself out. Honey, let me tell you, that's not how it works. It did work itself out, but it took a lot of work on our parts, my part in particular, to make that happen. More on that tomorrow. Thanks for watching Tales from the Mother Side. And look out for future. We're going to be interviewing sports moms. I'll be offering them a little bit of coaching, live coaching as well in the interviews, to get their stories, those sports mom stories, because my story is not the only one. There are many, 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 many different variations on this sports mom theme. So stay tuned for that. Jay has agreed to come on some videos as well, talk about his experience, because within the universe of our offer in Sports Mom, for sports moms in Next Play Mom, is also access to him as a coach and mentor for your student. And you can also ask him questions too about the process. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the offer. I'm going to have fun here on this YouTube channel, and looking forward to sharing more with you in the future. Stay tuned for tomorrow for the next episode. This is day one of Tales from the Mother Side, my journey to sports momhood and Next Play Mom. Thanks. Bye.